Good morning. AC and Life Made Simple. It's Brian here, my son Wesley. So I just wanted to take you on a quick service call, actually a replacement of a heater kit. So I went out a couple weeks ago. This is a package unit, and I believe it's a ICP Nordyne. I don't think it's Nordyne, but the heater. So I show up, and the first thing I did was to go look at the thermostat, and the thermostat was set for heating, and it was like 10 degrees below set point. So second thing, let me see your filter. So I looked at the filter, and the filter was in the wall. The filter grill was in the wall. That plenum, that cabinet was above the house, above the floor. So the ductwork ran down from a little 12-inch pipe, ran down into a package unit outside. And the filter they had just set on top of that 12-inch return instead of having it in the grill. And I see this a lot where people just cover the hole inside with the filter, if you know what I mean. So there's a circle of dirt on the filter. So I knew right away that it was starving air at that point. How long, I don't know, because it was 100% dirty. So that's the first thing I saw, Wes. And then I went outside, and heat pump was running fine, but the heat strips, the supplemental heat was not working. So went through it. The relays looked pretty old. And then I pulled out the heater kit, and I could see the porcelain limit wires, temperature limit wires, were all broken. Probably because lack of airflow, right? But at that point, I'm like, we just need to replace the whole heater kit. So we've got the heater kit, and that's what we're going to do right now. But this heater kit, that heater kit's obsolete. 3 different versions became obsolete after it, and so there is nothing for it. So I was able to find online the original, not the original, but the first revision. So it looks different. So we're gonna have to do some wiring and stuff like that. So we want to take you along so you can see how we replace a heater kit on a package unit. Let's check it out. Unit that we were talking about. It is a Nordyne, and this is a 2.5 ton heat pump package unit. There's our original heater kit right here. You can see the wires go back and up and penetrate here to this side, somewhere through here. Looks like up the top there. So we're going to figure out how to do this. You can see this one has those little DC relays, looks like ish, on there. The new one has regular 40 amp contactors Here's our new heater kit. Comes with manual. And so we're going to hook it up, and we already put the sticker on here so we can see how to wire it up. So let's look at it here for a moment. We've disconnected the power. Let's go ahead, Wesley. Let's pull off that heater kit. We'll follow the wires where they go. And it looks like they do go to that terminal block, which is kind of what they gave us. But if it's already there, we're not going to need to do anything with that. This one also does come with, so here's our wires. Here's our high voltage wire here, which is pretty obvious. 240 volt. And it comes with a plug. So I don't know what that's all about. Hopefully this one has a plug. I don't know if it does. So we'll have to look around for that. Maybe this thing. No. There's a little relay. Looks a little blower relay. Let me look and see. And then I'll bring you right back. Alright, so we've got Wesley propped this thing up so we could access our wires here. But he also informed me that it should be pretty straightforward. There's our pin, our 9-wire pin right there. And then the red and black wires are our high voltage or 240. So let's see if it's plug and play. Here's our heater kit. You can see where our porcelains broke. The resistor broke. So there's no power. Dropped a leg here, but at this point, those relays at this point, we're gonna just replace it completely. So we'll pull these wires out and get to town. All right, well, so let's pull this thing up.
You're gonna mount this inside?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's see this plug here. Let's see if we can something with that one. Let's just cut. Let's cut these high voltage wires right here. Let's cut those, yeah. I can pull this out.
Return it, see if I get one back.
So now, we'll return it and try to get our money back. So this one here, that wire came off. That feels loose, so we'll have to tighten that. All right. Okay. We'll put that bad boy in there. We'll look at the arrow. Is it giving us an arrow? No, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not going to matter. So we'll put it like this, where the actual holes are. Right. The holes match up. Is there a little hole back in the back where it can, the bracket can plug into?
It's in there.
It's in there?
A little pokey thing's in a hole back there.
Let's look. So the little pokey thing is in the hole. All right, man, let's put a couple of screws there.
They're over on the other side.
There you go.
Right here.
Man. By the way, it is 25 degrees outside. Just so you know. So we're gonna have to mount this one though somewhere, and I think we can probably just mount it on top of here. These two contactors.
Okay.
All right. So here's the new heater kit here. Here's the old heater kit, 9 plug. So if you look down here, it's the same 9. We've got a gray and a brown, on the new one. It's got a blue in the middle. We got a white on the end. The only thing different is this orange and yellow. And it looks like the orange is a high voltage. The orange is a high voltage, and the yellow is a high voltage also, T2. And so I bet you it's the same. So we're gonna plug it in and go from there. All right, so we found a little place here to mount these contactors. Just using a screw that's already there. And then we'll put a screw right here. That way we have 2 screws holding it. And we need to figure out where this one came from. Oh, no, let's go over there. Yep, and did we say it's 25 degrees outside? All right, so change of plans. So this has to move because we don't have enough length to reach our terminal block right there. So we're gonna have to find somewhere else to put it. All right, so man, there is no other place to put this. So we are mounting this thing on top of the blower. So right on top, back there. See if you can get it. That one easier, right? Okay, perfect. All right, now we should have room here, which we do. Just come over. Get that break up. Do we have to pull these out? No. We'll pull these out. Put the new ones in. And then we'll hook up our 9-pin right there. Right back in here. You'll see it. Hope. Work down in there. Way down. There's your 9-pin right here. We'll plug it in. Should be a plug and play, hopefully. Half turn. There you go. Nope. Yeah. Half turn. Right there. Yep. There we go. That's it. There's that wire. Now we'll plug these in exactly where the 2 reds went. Here. And where the our 2 reds. And the 2 blacks will go the same deal. Terminal. Man, it's cold. Just saying, it's freezing, man. All right. Then we'll do the same thing with these. There's one. There's one male. Here's the other male. There we go. How are we looking over here? This is all, the wire's frozen. So it's like stiff. So we'll get some zip ties. We'll zip them. Pull that back. Perfect. There they are. Grab 3 of these little fellas. Are you hot?
No.
All right, come on. Did you get the brick?
Nope. Too short.
Too short? Man, we got a dog here. He seems nice. Seems like a nice puppy. Yeah. Nice puppy. Yeah. Yeah. Nice puppy. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah. I'm glad he's nice because he looks hardcore.
That's nice.
Do you have a good bite force on your bite? Yeah? Yeah? He's like, man, I'm checking y'all out. I don't know. Yeah, no, he's cool. He accepts us. Yep. Yep, it's 25 degrees out. Yep. All right, so we've bent these out of the way for the door. Let's make sure all our wires are in place. And none of them have come off. All right. Did you get the brick yet?
Nope.
Let's get the brick. This will be fun, huh? Okay, see if we can get it. You got long arms. Good job. I guess we could have left the brick in there to paint a picture for the next technician. Oh, give a little story. Hey, let's push this down. Dude, let's fire it up. Let's see what happens. We need our meter so we can check amp draw. But it looks like all these are on. We've got our 40 amp ish. 10 kW. Should be all right. All right. Hey, go plug in the power. Disconnect. Okay. Blower kicked on. So we'll have a time delay on that board. That's our defrost board right there for the compressor condenser to kick on. But when I pulled the power, it wasn't defrost, it was defrosting. So hopefully it'll reset itself. Huh? Yeah. All right, so we still don't have cooling. So I'm gonna go between, we're gonna check for voltage between common and Y. All right, we have 24 volts. So probably a time delay on this thing. So there's probably, I don't know if there's a speed up. Yeah, there's a speed up underneath here. A little test speed up. But let me see if we've got heat strips calling. No, we don't. All right, so let's just check our heat strips first. So we're gonna jump R. R and heat strip. I heard them click. Did you hear them? Mm-hmm. So now we're going to check our amp draw over here. That's this one. Actually, we'll do both. So here's one end, 21, and here's the other heat strip. 21, so the heat strips are on for W1. Let's get this compressor to kick on. So we're going to short the test pan. Leave. Maybe. What are you doing? I think that's defrost, but I want the time delay to hurry up if possible. There it is. Okay, so now we've got our heat from our compressor. But it seems like our heaters from the thermostat, or our second stage from thermostat, is not calling. Let me double check. So we should have 24 volts, but we can give it a minute, right? W2 common, nothing yet. Nothing yet. So we're going to give it a little bit. Okay, so we had to go inside and crank up that temperature on the thermostat, but we were able to test it inside. It's an Emerson, and you can do that with them. That's the only thing that's good with Emerson thermostats, is you don't have to take the thermostat off or to check for voltage. But we're going to check here now to make sure our heater kit's working. Okay, we have 0 volts. Let's check here for voltage, unless it turned off all of a sudden. Nope. There's our voltage there. So we should have our heat strips running. Let's check this one here. No, nothing. Nothing. So let's jump again. Between R, which is our 24 volts, and our W. I don't even hear the contactor click. So let's go to amp draw. Amp draw tells us if we're doing anything, and it's not. So let's take off this panel and find out why that is. Okay, so I don't understand. Checking it here. We've got our amp draw, so we've got our 20 amps per heat strip. But when you check it here, I'm not getting anything. Why is that? Oh no, there it is. What was I doing wrong? Maybe you can tell me in the comments what I was doing wrong, but I felt maybe this wasn't on right. Okay, so let's see if that turns off our contacts. Let's listen. We'll listen for that click. I'm gonna undo jumper. Okay, so we're still calling from the thermostat. That's good. That's what we want right there. All right, guys, so we're wrapping it up right now. Let's double check. We've got our field piece on amp. There it is. There's our 20. Here's the other heat strip. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's go here. Why is it showing 0? It's showing 0. Take that panel off again.
Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. There it is, right there. No, it's my meter, man. No! It's my meter. Okay.
Batteries are steady.
Yeah. Must be the batteries. No, batteries show good. Come on, Phil Peace. Alright, so we'll button this thing up. You know what? Let's do this real quick. Voltage AC. Boom. Let's see here. Common. Make sure we're still calling. Yep. We got our 24 volts. And let me mess with this one more time because it's freaking my brain out. There it is right there. See it? 22. Man, it's my meter. Wow. Maybe because it's so cold. I was just bragging about Phil Peace the other day.
Blame it on the weather.
I love Phil Peace, but okay. Woo. Running in cool mode. We got the door closed. That thing was open. Look at Wesley. He's gone. It's freezing, dude. He's gone. It's freezing. Okay, so we finished that call. And they have heat strips, all that good stuff. Filter's in good position, all that. So, pretty much a simple plug and play heater kit replacement on a package unit. So, maybe you've ran across this type of Nordyne unit, maybe you haven't. But either way, they're ready to go. And now, we're gone. We're on to the next one. But I hope you like this content. You know, and I really, I don't know if I want to say content, although there's content in it, in these videos. I don't know if I want to say entertainment, because there's entertainment in the video. But I don't know if I want to say it's the message of God, but the message of God is in it. Either way, it is what it is. Hope you like this, and hope you're having a good week wherever you are, and we'll see you next week. Look, there's Freemason. When you see those erected stone pillars, Freemasonry. Erected stone pillars, Freemasonry. Nope. Nope. So yeah, as you can see here, the Freemasonry symbol with the G and the square and the compass, or not the compass, but the scribe. And then you look over to that side. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is the Eastern Star. So it looks like a goat head star, because really that's what it is. And so that's for females. So this is for males and female. Freemasonry. And as I showed you earlier, the tombstones of Freemasonry, they're everywhere. So you can go into any of your local towns and you'll see Freemasonry. A lot of Freemasons were in the beginning, and they have their roots in the cities. And so it's pretty much everywhere, in every city, especially in the Bible Belt. They have their roots there. They're rooted in businesses, and they still recruit to this day in their secrecy behind closed walls. So just be aware.